some relationships are just complicated. You know?
Sure are.
Well, in the new Netflix comedy, Grace and Frankie, things get complicated very fast.
Yes, Brooklyn Decker and Diane Raphael play daughters who try to comfort their mother after finding out their father is gay and has been having a 20-year affair.
We could play tennis and we'll go to the movies and
I can't plan. I'm just trying to keep my coffee down.
Mom, what can we do for you?
Nothing.
How about a Valium? Okay.
Dude, so Brooklyn Decker and Diane Raphael are here. First of all, I'm going to just be superficial. All that beauty in that one scene. Jane Fonda, the two of you.
Hey.
I just read an article about folks wanting to know what the fountain of youth is, and they put up Jane Fonda's photo.
Yeah.
How incredible was it to work with a brilliant woman, an accomplished actress on every level? How was that?
It was incredible. She's unbelievable. And I always say, like, I don't want to look like her when I reach her age. I want to look like her now.
Right, exactly.
Today.
It's so true. It's so true. And we're still trying to figure out what her secret is. It's pretty good. Whatever she has up her sleeve is working. Yes, it is. It is.
Obviously, the opportunity to work with such a great cast had to be the draw. Brooklyn, when you got the phone call and said, hey, come try out for this audition for this, what were you thinking?
Oh, I was begging to get in the door to audition for it. Netflix is such an interesting thing right now. We were just talking about off camera, and if you ask any actor where they want to be, most of them will say Netflix first. And so to have not only a show on Netflix, but with this cast, I mean, I was begging to get in the room, and I auditioned for it several times, and I still am pinching myself and not quite sure how I'm on the show, but I'll take it. I'm very thankful.
And when you heard I was doing it, you were just
when I heard Diane was, and I was just like, I need to be her sister. It did. You were cast before me, so that is actually true. I was a fan beforehand.
And in fact, is it true you auditioned on just a whim?
You know, I had a baby 3 weeks before my audition. So I was literally, it was a whim because I just wanted to get out of my house. And I had pumped enough breast milk to leave that day. I was like, okay, I'll go on an audition. And that was the only reason I went. So I really felt, because I was so nervous to be considered with such an incredible cast, the only reason I got the role was because I really didn't care. So do you know what I mean? I really did.
You just threw it all out there. Nothing to lose.
And hobbled in there.
And you mentioned the baby, so is there something in the water? Did you give Brooklyn something?
That's my baby, yeah.
It's your baby. Brooklyn's
We have an announcement.
Yes.
It's June and I. Little nugget.
Yeah.
Your little
very
nugget
exciting.
with June.
20-year affair over here, too, and we're ready to come out.
We were watching and perusing your Instagram account, and the announcement came. How did it feel to share the news with all your fans?
It was a thing to share the news. We weren't planning on it, but with the show, I'm over the halfway point now, so it's kind of hard to hide. So we figured put it out there.
Nothing
I was going to say there's a bow from the dress.
Believe me, I looked. There's just nothing. I looked very close.
It grows. It does.
So are you going to give Brooklyn any advice about mommyhood?
I don't think she should take it, but yeah, I will.
She has.
What has she told you?
She's just been unbelievably helpful. I mean, she went back to work with a 13-week-old, and she auditioned with a 3-week out at home and went back to work with a 13-week-old, and she's taking breaks every 2 hours to pump with her baby, and just watching her do it all, I was like, oh, I can do that, maybe, hopefully.
Really well, when you have, Jane Fonda, who's not only an amazing actress, but an activist, and, on your team and playing your mom, it helps. It helps, to see the baby when you can on set, and it really worked out.
And Brooklyn, you've got some interesting names for pets. So
I do.
So when you're thinking baby names, I mean, what are the names? Bob Costas and Billie Jean King.
Yeah,
are your dogs' names?
Are my dogs? Yeah. So any sports figure, we'll take suggestions.
Okay.
Joe Montana, maybe.
Bob Costas right there.
That's Bob Costas in the front, and Billie Jean was behind him. So
I love the names. They're so great.
We like first and last names as well.
That's great.
Any suggestions, we'll take. We'll take your guys'
I'm sure
input.
June has something.
June is a lovely name.
It is a lovely name.
It's a great one. Totally just saying that.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, just
a great idea.
Nice. It's nice.
Great chemistry. Good stuff. Brooklyn, June, thank you. Grace and Frankie streaming on Netflix now.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.